There are often these fads that come up. They're based more on virtue signaling than facts. It's not about making the world a better place, folks. It's about saying that you're making your drink taste like a f***ing number 2 pencil. Question of the day. Before I get to the scam that is paper straws,
that's right.
What is your opinion on paper straws? Have you had to go to a restaurant and requested a straw and they bring out that sopping wet paper that you basically have to drink your gimlet within 3 minutes, otherwise it tastes like a number 2 pencil? Let me know what you think. So let me give you some context here. For some reason, the entire environmental discussion right now focuses on straws.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know, though, some of the information behind this environmental trend. Several reasons that it's a scam, right? So this often happens. There's a fad within the environmental movement.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain to you why paper straws are worse for the environment. Yeah. Just like many hybrids.
I'm wondering where this came from. Did you read an article or something?
I was very upset.
Pissed you off?
I was very upset about this.
I can tell. You're a little motivated.
I went
here.
to the Keg, which is a Canadian chain, and they offered me a paper straw.
Really?
And I'm the worst about it with servers where I go, what is this? I say, well, it's a paper straw. Can I get a plastic straw, please? I say, no, we can't. And I say, why? They say, because paper is better for the environment. Now, what I should say at that point is nothing. I would like my steak medium rare. Instead, I say, huh, really? Why is that? And then it gets, my family is upset. I have a cousin who leaves crying.
You're telling them too much about the super video.
Yes. So there are often these fads that come up that are meant to, this is one fad, but there are many fads. We're going to get into a few of them.
It's not a G.
They're based more on virtue signaling than facts. It's not about making the world a better place, folks. It's about saying that you're making your drink taste like a f***ing number 2 pencil. That's what this is about. And the paper straw thing looks good on its surface, although it tastes like crap. It's not good.
Yeah.
So let's go through this. A couple of things that people need to understand about paper straws. Do you know that the whole reason that we've shifted to paper straws, it's predicated on a survey from a 9-year-old? Do you know that?
Oh, wow.
Came from a survey from a 9-year-old. And guess what? That entirely fake statistic used to push a fake narrative that has now resulted in, of course, all these multiple bans and legislative actions, but it's actually worse for the environment. And people saying, how is it? Let me get to the nitty-gritty here. McDonald's just admitted that they can't recycle their paper straws as they would with their plastic ones.
Oh, geez.
Which, by the way, is made worse when you realize that paper straws require more electricity and carbon emissions to produce and are, again, less recyclable than the plastic options.
Oops.
And keep in mind, this isn't the first time this has happened. It comes off the heels of, remember the styrofoam fear-mongering?
Yeah,
the bans?
exactly.
Plastic cup alternatives, so we've gone from styrofoam to plastic, and we know that paper is worse than plastic. Well, plastic was worse than styrofoam. 20% more carbon emissions.
Wow.
50% more electricity to produce plastic cups over styrofoam. Would you like a paper straw with that bogus plastic cup? No.
Oh my gosh.
No. I want to say, I watched Fern Gully. Remember how evil plastic bags were?
Yeah.
That was the big trend. Trader Joe's. Look at me, I have my plastic bag and it's insulated. By the way, is that BPA free, you white privileged asshole? They all bought
This
reusable
really pissed
bags.
you off, huh?
Here's something else. Before we get back to straws, turns out multiple studies, not from a 9-year-old, actual studies, found that reusable bags actually have a lot worse of an impact on the environment than plastic bags.
Yeah.
You'd have to reuse an organic cotton bag. I want to make sure, let me go to my cheat sheet here.
Organic cotton.
20,000 times. I don't remember using my bag 20,000 times. 20,000 times to make it even with a plastic bag on environmental impact. That means that you would have to be doing weekly grocery shopping with your symbol of white guilt for 380 years to break even.
Worth it, Stephen. Worth it.
Something else, just something that a lot of people don't think about, right? Because the vegetarian, before veganism was a thing, that's a new thing, right? Like, I'm a vegetarian, but I'm more of a prick, so I'm a vegan. Fast food companies, they used to use beef tallow. What's the difference between tallow and lard? Do you know that, Audio Wade? You're knowledgeable.
I don't.
You're knowledgeable, not so much.
Okay. Well, they used to use beef tallow in their fries.
So
and then all of a sudden there was this vegetarian environmental lobby saying, no, you can't do that. Okay, so we use hydrogenated vegetable oils now. Which, by the way, do you have any idea? Think of it this way. A lot of us don't. Okay. A ribeye. Look at the fat content.
Yeah.
The lard, right? That's what you need. You're talking about cooking with fat, right?
The marbling.
Then look at your broccoli. Look at your soybeans. Look at your corn. Look at the fat content. It's a third of the slice of meat, the cut of meat that you're having, versus 0 grams of fat, usually in the vegetables. This is a very labor-intensive, energy-intensive, and very unnatural methods to extract vegetable oil, which is worse for your health and worse for the environment. By the way, hit the notification bell if you've subscribed already, because subscriptions don't mean a whole lot. Join mudclub.com/mudclub so we can shine a light on the bullshit that is
Yes.
everything we're talking
But
about
Steven,
today.
listen, it has
I'm more
vegetable.
upset about this than Planned Parenthood. Let me roll. So another reason here, a lot of people don't think about this waste management. Back to paper straws. The problem here is a lot of people don't consider waste management, and why aren't we talking about it, right? No one wants plastic in the oceans. Show of hands, everyone agrees here, right?
Yeah.
I hate pollution.
Yeah,
I
you
get
like
upset.
Oh, I like pollution. Sorry.
So I need to calm down.
You need to take a puff. But it has vegetable in the name, Steven.
And now I smoked it too fast and it got bitter. It tastes like hydrogenated vegetable oil.
Oh, boy. There we go.
No one wants plastic in the oceans. It's predicated on something. There's a kernel of truth there. People want our environment to be cleaner.
Yes.
But just like the Paris Agreement, it doesn't matter what we do
No.
because over 90% of the crap that ends up in the ocean comes from 10 rivers. 8 of them are in Africa. 2 of them are in Asia. Bill
Gee,
Richmond,
you're
because I
responsible
like
for
my
one.
Asians named Richmond,
Yes,
half
yes.
Asian lawyer Bill Richmond. I want a formal apology.
I'm doing my part.
At least for one of them.
I'm doing my part.
You're only responsible
I
for
use
half, Bill.
plastic straws in a styrofoam cup.
What?
And I take them home in a
All
plastic
day
bag.
You jerk.
long.
None of them even come from our continent. Think about that for a second. We could all completely eliminate all of our carbon emissions and all of our plastic use. It wouldn't even make a dent because 10 of the rivers that contribute plastic to the ocean, none of them are in North America. Which portion of North America? Any portion.
Any
Take
America.
a map.
None.
Point to anywhere in North America. Yes. It's not them.
Or South America, for that matter.
That's
true.
surprising too.
Americas,
Have
yeah.
you been to the favelas in Brazil?
Yeah.
It is remarkably filthy.
I'm surprised something doesn't go in the river there.
But here's the liberals know, they know when we're not in a huddle, it doesn't even solve the problem. It's look at this. It's literally this Vox headline:
love
"Banning
this.
plastic straws won't save the ocean, but we should do it anyway." No, we shouldn't do it anyway.
They're too honest for their own good here.
We only make up, what is it, 15% of carbon emissions?
Yeah.
This is something that people need to understand. If we think of this for a second, if we stopped driving all of our SUVs, right? And this is one thing too, if you start driving a hybrid car, which has 2 giant non-recyclable batteries and doesn't really get that much better mileage than a Ford Fiesta, it's worse for the environment. But let's assume that this is all accurate to begin with. We completely eliminate 100% of our carbon emissions and drive around our white gilt mobiles and use the lithium ion batteries. I have no idea.
they
It
blow up.
wouldn't make any difference. So enjoy your white guilt soda while you destroy the environment for the rest of us, you hipster ass. I don't know what gluten is, but if I found out what it was, I would hook it up to your veins like a morphine drip. I would be shoveling mounds of gluten into your face
Right.
along with the paper straws that you've made me use. We want to clean up. We are just not on board with the sweeping government reforms. That's the issue here.
Yeah.
Everyone wants our environment to be cleaner.
Yes.
I understand it, but then you go, hold on a second, if it's completely illogical, this is worse for the environment. We can look at it statistically. This comes from a study from a 9-year-old, and we know that it is definitively worse for the environment, and nobody cares. That's what the headline says. What are we doing? Then all of a sudden, Ted Turner proposing China's one-child policy
Ruh-roh.
at the Cancun Climate Summit. I was there to cheers. Doesn't seem so outlandish. By the way, the one-child policy, your folks did it first. Let me know what you think. Here's just the thing. It's selfish of me. I just really hate paper straws. Hey there, YouTube viewer. If you like this video, click one of these other videos playing in a box, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You may be wondering why after this outlandish video, this is such a straight end card. That's because we've recently learned that end cards actually determine the YouTube algorithm as it relates to controversy on a sliding scale. So we have a yellow, and it escalates all the way to the word